Hello and welcome to another Demon 212 VC review. Today I'm going to take a look at Shining Force 2 on the Sega Mega Drive / Genesis depending on where you live, and if you've never saw my previous Shining Force review or played the game before, basically it's an RPG but with turn-based style fighting. So anyway, that's about that then. I'll get onto the fighting a bit more later on obviously, but at the start you basically get a cutscene which you can skip, which is good because personally I don't really like the story on this one. And then you get to choose a save file, so you can either because I've set up two save files here, one for the battle and one for the story, you basically get to choose a save file, you then type your name in, you get to choose a difficulty, and then you start it here. So the whole point is you have to find your way to the school, then speak to your teacher, and then from there you go to the kingdom, and then basically that's how you lead to the first battle. When you're not doing that though, the whole point of the towns is to walk around trying to find treasure chests. You have to talk to people because you never know who's going to want to join your cause and help you out fighting the bad guys. So anyway, just going to shut up while I find my way to the school anyway. So anyway, there we go then. Been through the boring part because you do have to basically talk to a lot of people. You can also search for things, as I say though, because you get the little menu coming up which I'll just very quickly show you after he speaks. So I think now's a good time to shut up for a bit of the music again. So anyway then, there we go, now I can access things again. Basically you get where you can go onto magic so you can queue people, you can go onto items and swap items around with people or use them, you can search, or you can just go into the member details and check people out. So that's basically what them little 4 boxes are. Control wise, if you have saw my first review, basically I said the walking felt a bit dodgy on it. Well, you'll be glad to know that they have actually fixed it for this, so that's a pretty damn cool thing. But anyway, just going to cut into one of the battles now, because as I said I'd go on to them a bit more, and just to let you know, there are actually 43 battles in the game, so there's plenty to do. So here we go then, this is one of the battles. Basically, it's not turn-based in the strictest sense, because sometimes you move 2 units, they move 2 units, but then you move 1 and they move 3. It's just one of them things. So after moving though, you can choose either to do a magic attack, but I've got no magic with this character. You can use an item if you want to, you can just stand still, or you can attack. So I'm going to attack him there, and this is basically how the combat works. Basically I attack, sometimes I might get a second attack, or he might counter attack, or if I'm getting attacked I might counter attack. You get EXP for fighting, and obviously the EXP levels you up and you gain extra health, some magic, sometimes extra magic power and stuff like that. And the different fighters have different attributes as well, because obviously the archers, they can attack from further away, and the swordsmen, they have to be a lot closer up. Magic, sometimes you don't have to be right near your opponent, because the magic spell can be cast over a little bit of a distance, so you can do things like fire and that. So that's pretty much the combat anyway, and to be fair, that's pretty much the review. So if you've enjoyed it, please subscribe to my videos, there'll be plenty more on the way. Also, don't forget to check out my channel, and this has been Damon212, signing off. So there we go then, that's been the review. I hope you found it helpful. I don't score the games because that's based purely on opinion, so instead I'll leave you to make your own mind up. So thanks for watching, and if you've got any questions about the game that I didn't answer in the vid or that hasn't been answered in the comments, then feel free to ask and I'll help if I can. Also, if you did find it helpful, don't forget to check out my channel because there's plenty more like this up there, and don't forget to subscribe because there'll be plenty more to come as well. So until next time, this has been Demon212, signing off.